What's up, everybody? Welcome back to youtube.com/Koppai Gaming. Today we're going to be playing another Let's Play episode 20 of Let's Play Splatoon 2 with Octocommander Fortress, Child of the Battlefield. And I don't know what that silhouette is, but it looks like some sort of monstrosity. I see like human legs, a skirt, a tail, some sort of Gatling gun, an Octarian on top. It looks like the most destroying or destructive ugly thing in the world. We got some other silhouettes over there in the distance. Looks like we got another Octoling. I love the kind of little tease of what's to come. We just did the bowling alley level, so be sure to check that out because each and every day here on YouTube, we're playing Splatoon 2 every day. That's the whole gist of what I'm trying to say here. And so be sure to tune into the previous episodes if you want. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and watch this one as we go through, beat the level, and also find the Sunken Scroll and dive into the nitty-gritty of the Splatoon 2 tasty, juicy lore, which has actually been quite compelling. We've learned about the history of the Ammonite, Salmon Run, even how ink is basically redistributed back into Inklings. And so it's been a good heck of a time. And now we're playing through here with this nice, deep blue navy color on this level. We're going to apparently be facing off against the Octocommander, which I don't know what the Octocommander is. Whatever it is, I should have watched my step like Marie told me to, but I didn't. Instead, I was focused on things of this world that do not matter, such as talking. But yeah. Anyway, let's kill this guy so he doesn't bother me anymore. And let's cover this completely in ink so we can swim around it and see what's going on the other end of it. At first I knocked myself, I was like being too hard on myself in these campaign missions because I'm so used to turf war where I always ink everything, and I was like, "Cuz, you don't need to do that. You're fine just playing through the level." But it is nice to cover everything you see in ink because you get these situations where you need to make a quick getaway, and it's moments like that that you're really happy you covered everything in ink. And you may just assume, well, you don't need to cover everything in ink because you don't always need to make a quick getaway. But that's the thing about quick getaways. You don't need to make them until you do. And when you do need to make them, you want to make sure you're ready to go. Ooh, and the return of the car, which somehow is defying gravity. I don't know how that completely works. Whoa, I just got a little dizzy there as I was, as it was rotating and as I was walking the other way. But yeah, let's see what's going on here. There's a whole other side here, a whole new world, if you will. Oh crap! And I'm slipping and sliding. It's like slippery, like a little more slidey than I would expect. But I didn't see any Sunken Scroll there, so we don't need to dilly-dally on this anymore. I don't think I missed any. Oh yeah, Marie was even commenting. Those tires must have some really, or those cars must have some really sticky tires. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Marie. Now I understand. It makes a whole ton of sense. Imagine if tires really were sticky. We would not be able to drive. It would actually suck. It would completely destroy the point of tires. Unless they were like sticky enough that they could still rotate, like if they had some give and pull to them. I feel like there would be a very tricky formula to master. But Elon Musk, if you're listening to this, Elon Musk, if you're watching this podcast, maybe come up with a way to sticky up car tires so we can drive on walls and stuff, but make it so they're not too sticky that we can't actually drive. Thanks. Let me know how it goes. Leave a comment down below. Elon Musk. Only Elon Musk can comment on this video. The Octocommander, I didn't get a good look at him because he was so freaking terrifying and trying to destroy me. But I did like the sunglasses. Those are pretty cool. And I gotta see what this is. What's happening here? Anything worthwhile? Anything that it can kind of carousel me down into? Nope. Alright. That's the terrifying thing about Nintendo and rotating platforms, is you just know on the other side of the rotation there's probably something glorious and you gotta go check it out. But then you're not rewarded for your patience other times, and so it's a tricky wicket to master. But I am prepared to master it. See, like right there, how would I know that I'd get so completely and utterly destroyed? But now we'll wipe out this guy, and we'll see, just, is there anything down there worth getting? Like, it doesn't seem so. So that's the thing. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to check, though. Better safe than sorry, and honestly, the whole premise of Splatoon is to ink things. Why would I ever be mad or disappointed if I have to just hang around an area and just ink it a little bit more? You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I loved getting those balloons, though. That was pretty fun. Now, can I go back on here? No, it only goes one way. All right. Wait, is that an Octostamp Deluxe up there? You don't see those every day. I don't think I've seen any of those, have we? It looks like the final boss from Sector 3. Terrifying. We got like a boss fight coming up, everybody. We gotta prepare our little slosher here, our little bucket. Now, here's something I've learned from some of the previous levels here. Just because there's a key doesn't mean you want to use your key right away. Survey the land, because some things are locked behind keys like Sardinium and Sunken Scrolls, and then you can't get a second key if you use it on the door first. But if you use it on the Sunken Scroll or the Sardinium first, then you can get a second key. Or sometimes you only get one key overall. So you got to be careful with your keys and make sure, is that really the place you want to use them? Because you would assume, oh, just because this is a key spot, that's where I should use it. But no, no, no. See, this guy is essentially just the final boss from Sector 3, which I'm fine with. I love that boss fight. He doesn't have the cute little legs, though. He just kind of has like a tank. And see, we got something going on down here. What is it? Wait, what? That's not the Sunken Scroll, you piece of crap. Bill Trennan, I'm calling you out. Where is my scroll? Where are my dragons? Alright. Nothing up here. Why did they pull me up here? Just for the fun of it? Just to tease me, Nintendo? That's right. Well, I killed your friend, Nintendo. Take that. I bet Bill Trennan's an octopus. Can I shoot his bow? Wait, did you see? Wait a second. Wait. Fall back down. Fall back down, mister. That's like a sticker of little undies there, isn't it? What is that sticker there? I don't know. It looked like a little piece of underwear there. It was interesting. All right, nothing here. Thank goodness they don't have Miiverse posts on like these walls. We would turn this into a M-rated game for sure. Surprise. I guess like ESRBs and stuff always do say like that. The rating for this game does not reflect the online experience that you may or may not have. Wait, crap! It's the final checkpoint, and we don't have the Sardinium or the Sunken Scroll. That's not a good sign. We are completely 100% splatted. We gotta figure things out quickly, or so help me, we're all gonna die. Wait, this is hopeful, but if it's the Sardinium, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. Thank goodness. I don't know where you are out there, Sardinium, but we're gonna find you, but not today, probably, unless you're at the end of this level. We'll have to check this whole thing. This is the trippiest thing in the world. Oh, man. Who would have thought that Splatoon 2, or Splatoon in general, would turn into like one of Nintendo's prize platformers? Like, we all knew it was going to be an awesome shooter. We knew Splatoon 2 was no doubt going to continue the legacy of being a fun multiplayer game for Nintendo. But I have to tell you, the campaign of Splatoon 2 has solidified the Splatoon franchise as a quality Nintendo platformer. Sometimes even more, well, not more so than a multiplayer game, but just, I'm going to look forward now to the campaign of Splatoon 3. Like, I was excited about this one, but I was also hesitant. Like, can they pull it off again? Can they come up with new ideas? And they have, and they've done it in such a way that you really, like, this whole level wouldn't be possible, like this kind of mechanic, without being able to swim up the walls and do certain things like that in platforming. And I can't think of many other games that have a mechanic like this where you go into the walls like that. It's just crazy. Makes me wonder how Splatoon would translate into a 2D game. Like recently, we've seen Splatoon, or hey, Pikmin, and that translates the Pikmin franchise into a 2D franchise. And I'm just curious as to how Splatoon could translate over. I feel like it'd be super hard, but I also would have said that about Pikmin, and then they pulled it off. By golly, I think they did great with that. From the little I've played of that game, I think they translated that really well to both portable and 2D. Awesome. The Octocommanders weren't nearly as scary as I thought they would be. They were pretty easy because they're such big targets with no shielding, so it's super easy to kill them, which is awesome. And let's see what we learned about the new Inklings with the Sunken Scroll. Oh, we got a Krusty Sean thing. Awesome. Whoa, this is like some devastating... This is like Sodom and Gomorrah. When smoke rises from the 7 rings, the pink fish will emerge from the sea, devouring all the creatures of the land. What is this? Like reading from the Bible? The Book of Medea. Well, real quick. All right, Google. What is Medea?
According to Wikipedia, Madison Nicole Ziegler is an American dancer, actress, and model.
I said, what is Medea, not Maddie. What is Medea? M-A-D-A-I.
Check out these results. The first is from Google.
All right, you suck, Google. Come on. All right, let's just Google it ourselves. M-A-D-A-I. It's a type of fish. Ooh, wait. M-A-D-A-I, Medea is a son of Japheth and one of the 16 grandsons of Noah in the book of Genesis of the Hebrew Bible. Biblical scholars have generally identified Medea with the Iranian Medes of much later records. All right, let's hop over here to Wikipedia and see what else we can find about M-A-D-A-I. I don't know how to say their name. Pronounced Madai, Greek Medos, his son of Joseph. The Medes reckoned to be his offspring, and Joseph's subsequent writers was known as Medea in both Assyrian and Hebrew sources. Some scholars in modern day, according to the Book of Jubilees, married the daughter of Shem and preferred to live among Shem's descendants rather than dwell in a lot of the inheritance of the Black Sea. Any other things, and not that I'm seeing. It also seems as though it's a type of fish. If we hop over here also to Wikipedia, it's like a red sea bream. It's a type of fish belonging to, it's in Japan. It's a red sea bream is a name given to at least 2 species of fish. And it seems in Japan, Pagris major is known as Medea or genuine Thai, and is prized for both its flavor and for its traditional use of auspicious food, often served at New Year's and festive occasions. Now, I'm curious. Let's look up Genesis chapter 10, verse 10, just to see if this is a reference to the Bible in the book of Genesis. Whoa, guys, this is weird. This is weird because the book Genesis chapter 10 is referencing Japheth from the Bible, who is another name for him was also Medea, which this is referencing. Splatoon 2 is getting biblical. And verse 10 says the first centers of his kingdom were Babylon, Uruk, Akkad, and Calneh, and Shinar. Yeah, so verse 10 has nothing to do with it. But for those of you that don't know and aren't familiar with the Bible, me being my little Nebraska boy I was growing up on the Bible. I know tons about the Bible. This looks like reference to Sodom and Gomorrah, where, at least I think so, where God said in the Old Testament that Sodom and Gomorrah were a place of unholiness. And I believe he starts with Sodom, right? Maybe I don't know as much about the Bible as I'm proclaiming here. But he said, don't, Sodom is evil. You guys need to get out because there's this holy couple and stuff. Lot and Abraham Lot and his wife. And Lot and his wife left the city, and as they were going, the wife turned around and looked back on the destruction God was bringing down on Sodom, and then she got zapped into a pillar of salt. And so it looks like this is maybe some reference to that, some sort of horrific thing, fire and sulfur raining down from the skies. Or it could be also a reference, I guess, to just Genesis and Noah and the water and the flood happening with Noah's Ark. I'm not too sure what's going on here, but I would think there'd be some sort of ark or reference to that. And it looks like there's some sea creatures down below. But yeah, when smoke rises from the 7 rings, the pink fish will emerge from the sea, devouring all the creatures of the land. Once again, also in Splatoon 1, there was reference to the sea levels rising because of global warming and climate change, and the, quote, policymakers in Splatoon 1. This is all in the Sunken Scroll lore of Splatoon 1. You can go back and read it. Apparently in Splatoon 1, the policymakers weren't getting, warning about the sea levels rising, and that led to the Octarians and the Inklings basically taking over the world because the sea levels took over the whole world or something along those lines. And so it seems like the pink fish, I would assume, are the Octarians because they seem to kind of have a pink nature, and it looks like they may have been the ones that devoured all the rings. Also, interesting use of the number 7 in the book of Revelation in the Bible. 7 is very prominent. 7 heads, 7 horns, 7 crowns, all sorts of things like that. So super interesting. The Splatoon 2 Sunken Scrolls so far have gone from incredibly deep insight on social media commentary to something as simple as explaining what the ink is made out of, to album covers, to complete biblical references on a scale of digging into Genesis, Revelation, and all sorts of things from the Hebrew and Old and New Testament of the Christian faith. So incredibly crazy. But that's all we have for today in this episode of Let's Play Splatoon 2, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, be sure to like that, click that like button, click the subscribe button, click the share button, leave a comment down below with what you think of the game so far. Are you enjoying it? Are you this far in? Are you taking your time? Have you already beat the campaign by the time you're watching this? Go ahead and leave all that stuff down below, and also be sure to tune in to Koppai Podcast each and every Monday here on youtube.com/Koppai Gaming, as well as podcast services around the world. But until next time,